Polytrade, crypto payday loans. Now, it is actually trade financing, but we're going to run back and forth. And first off, you want to know why you should use Polytrade. It's because you earn interest on your stablecoins starting at 8%. You put up USDT, you get USDT back in interest on top of your initial investment. And you also get the trade token, Polytrade's utility token, as a bonus. And most of the bonuses are happening within the first year. The mainnet launches on January 31st, so look forward to that, and a link will be in the description. Now let's talk about how payday loans work as a very simple example, then we'll talk about trade financing. That is what Polytrade is doing. So payday loans, you need money, you have a paycheck coming in the future, you take out a loan against that, you get that money now, and then when you get paid, you pay off that loan. Pretty straightforward. Now, businesses have something similar because they need money to continue running, and that's called trade financing. So let's look at a quick example. Me, Dan, I am a phone case manufacturer. I have sold a lot of phone cases to Walmart. They are the buyer and they will pay me in 90 days. But I have a factory, I need to keep it running, and I need money for raw materials. All manufacturing is on hold until Walmart pays off their invoice, and they have 90 days to do that. So in the meantime, I need money now to keep the factory running. That's where I would turn to trade financing. So for example, I would go to Polytrade. I would say, hey, I have an invoice from Walmart. I will sell it to you for 95% of its value. Just an example, could be more, could be less. And Polytrade will make sure I actually do have that order. They'll check with Walmart. They'll say, hey, if that's what's going to happen, we're going to buy the invoice. Walmart, you pay us instead of Dan. So then when Polytrade approves the transaction, they would buy the invoice from me at a discounted rate, then collect the full amount from Walmart. And then Polytrade sends money to my bank account. To my bank account. They do not send me cryptocurrency, they send me cash in my bank. And that money comes from lenders. People like you who have cryptocurrency and want to earn interest on that cryptocurrency. So you, as the lender, would say, hey, I want to lock up my funds for 60 days and get this specific interest rate by funding this invoice. And you're probably wondering, why don't they just go to a bank? Most banks do not fund small businesses. They don't waste their time with it, because if they just need $5,000 to $10,000, the bank doesn't think that amount is worth it for the amount of effort and time they have to put into it. Because these trade financing deals could take up to 3 months, and Polytrade is going to bring that down to 2 weeks with blockchain technology. So if this has been helpful so far, feel free to hit that like button, consider subscribing, and then we'll go into more details. I also have to mention, this video is sponsored by Polytrade. Now, Polytrade did reach out to me. I saw what they were building. I had an interview with them prior to accepting, just to learn more about their project, and we did an interview. That link will be in the description. They are very passionate about what they're doing, they're very experienced, and they are bringing a lot of utility to cryptocurrency because they're bringing money into the real world. They are combining some aspects of DeFi to CeFi. So they are using the lending pool aspect while bringing real money to bank accounts of small businesses that need those funds. So I like what they're doing. I love working with projects that are actually building something. So you can learn more about it. And of course, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research to the point where you can form your own opinion about whether a coin will go up or not. There's no guarantee that you'll make money in cryptocurrency, but I like talking about things that actually have a real world use, and that's why I'm working with Polytrade for this video. Now, let's take a look at the team. Together, they have over 50 years of experience in trade finance, and for the past 7 years, they've been running a trade finance business. The problem in the trade finance world is small businesses that want to take out a loan or get an invoice financed for $1,000, $2,000, like a relatively small amount, can't get that money. That's because it's not worth the time and resources to make that happen. But if it can happen quickly, easily, and cheaply using blockchain technology, then these small businesses have a shot. So let's look at the business model. There will be liquidity providers. They will put their stable coins on the Polytrade platform, and then they'll choose where they want to lend their stable coins. And they'll earn interest in that stable coin. And on top of that, they'll also earn the trade token. So you see the dollar coin, that's the stable coins, and then the trade token on top of that. And then Polytrade facilitates converting that cryptocurrency into real world money for the seller. That's the small business that has an invoice and needs that money now, so they send it to their bank account. So let's walk through the process. The seller has an invoice from the buyer, and they want money now. So they go to Polytrade and say, hey, I'll sell you my invoice at 95% of its value. You can confirm from the buyer that this invoice is valid, and they will pay you instead of me, the seller. So Polytrade facilitates this deal. They buy the invoice at 95% of its value. When the invoice is due, the buyer will pay the full amount to Polytrade, and then we have our money, and that's the interest. So the difference between the discounted rate and the full rate, that comes back to the liquidity providers in the form of interest and the trade coin. Now you're probably wondering, is Polytrade safe? It is. All transactions are safe, and they're covered by credit insurance. Their credit insurer is Euler Hermes. Just gonna say that. I think that's how it's said. And they cover the costs in case the buyer doesn't pay those funds. So, hey, this invoice is due, the invoice doesn't get paid, the buyer just runs off. Credit insurance covers that. At no additional cost to you, the lender, your funds are protected because there is insurance. This insurance is just part of trade finance. It's been part of the business model, and Polytrade insures your funds by having insurance, and that is at no additional cost. Funds are safe, and that is the business model of Polytrade. I said that too many times, but we're keeping that in there. Polytrade token utility. So there will be a lot of token utility for the trade token because the ultimate goal is decentralization. Now, decentralization does sound complicated for this type of service, but Polytrade is hiring third parties to facilitate a lot of these other processes, like vetting the buyers, making sure there's that creditworthiness, and they also have a third party doing all the KYC. So if you want to be a buyer, seller, or lender on Polytrade, you have to go through KYC. That is mandatory, but that doesn't mean anyone is specifically restricted. Even if you're in the US, you have to go through KYC, and you're eligible for it, and you can participate on the Polytrade platform, so you can earn interest on your stablecoins and also get trade tokens as a reward. Now, additionally, the trade token will also be used for governance, so you can vote on issues that matter when they come up, because the goal is decentralization and you need governance for that. Additionally, there will be staking rewards for Polytrade token holders, and it will also be a settlement instrument. That means buyers, sellers, people using the Polytrade platform can pay the fees using the trade token. So that gives more utility for people that are on the platform using it as a buyer or seller, so they can get discounts on the fees that they have to pay to use it. Adopting the technology. So Polytrade is making custom portals for people using the platform, like Walmart. So Walmart would be able to see all their invoices that they have due. They can pay them from a single platform. That makes things much easier for them. Polytrade is also incentivizing them to use the platform by providing a small discount. This creates more people using the technology, adoption happens a lot faster, and growth happens quicker. So I guess those last 2 points were kind of the same, but I think you get the point here. Now, Polytrade is not just working with real world companies, they're also working with crypto companies. So they are going to bring invoicing to the crypto world, crypto invoicing. And to start, Polytrade is working directly with Polygon. Yeah, Polygon, the billion-dollar crypto company, fulfilling their invoices. Polygon can go to a single portal that was custom made for them, by Polytrade, and they can pay off all the invoices they have due. Now, as an example, you are a crypto company, you're paying off a lot of things like marketing, YouTubers, content creators. You got a lot of things in the works. You want to pay them off from a single platform rather than chasing every single person down individually. And with crypto invoicing, that's a lot easier. All the transactions can be paid through Polytrade, a single platform, and then get distributed where they need to. And that's why I like what Polytrade is doing. It's an actual service with the technology and team to make that happen. So if this video was helpful, please feel free to hit that like button, consider subscribing. If you want to see my full interview with the Polytrade team, it's right here. Just click that. And with that, I hope you got your full value for today.